question, today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Falcons are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Bills, who will have to be at their best to slow them down. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
They go to Johnson again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Here's Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's third and short. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
Third down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
First down carry here for Johnson. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that is incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No. Listen,
you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some...
And Freeman lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
They'll set up a throw, and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Jets are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
No gain, and it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returnable for Thomas. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now back to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Leonard. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the 1st quarter of play. 10-zip our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go! 319. 319.
Looking to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They try the left side with Johnson. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Freeman again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain. But that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall so they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Falcons send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Johnson running left. And now running right through him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throw now on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
It's Mason. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second down following the incompletion. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And a nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Time now. Look at this. Lucky 53-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's got Mason complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's got to be good.
You tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. to throw here on 2nd and 10. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw here. He goes underneath to Freeman. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets are out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bills on offense early in the first. Jarrett's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 7. Falcons on offense. First quarter winding down. Freeman's going to take it up the middle, and he'll run it in from 29 yards out. Falcons push the lead to 10. Now to early in the second. Jones is going to get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. Fields with the ball midway through the second. They'll look to the end zone here, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Fields now down by just 3. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Brandon and Charles are standing by for our second half in Atlanta. Brandon.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his fullback here, Gronkowski. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now back to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. 23 yards on the play. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run. Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Thomas. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week, and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone. It'll wind up just being incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Looking to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there's no way he was getting away on that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Bills. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Green 39! Green 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Bills on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's go. Green.
They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Garrett. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And his kick here is good. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. In the red zone this time. To throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
First and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And some room to roam now. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. To throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Now back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. And that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out. And you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Yeah, back Back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll set up to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They run with Thomas. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Dante Moncrief. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claymore. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want, and you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They go play action here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Touching offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to run with Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Garrett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Powerful running. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cox. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Garrett, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Boom, Landon. Boom, Landon.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Boom, Landon.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. The Bills say they have it, and they do. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Let's go. Blue Navy. Blue Navy.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.